Yeah, he's having a great start. He's an interesting story. Coming out of high school, he only had one scholarship offer. He grew up a Yankees fan.
Canha puts this one out into shallow left field, racing towards the line. It'll tuck into the stands, and Hannah, you're allowed to continue.
Thank you. Grew up a Yankees fan outside New York City. Wanted to be a shortstop like Derek Jeter. He was a two-way player in college initially, and then in a college showcase, he was pitching, as he does. He played shortstop, also pitched, and he asked a friend to go stand behind the scouts, see how he was doing, and his friend ran over and he said, "Dude, you're hitting 94," and he thought, I think I might have to just pitch. At that point, he still wasn't sure that he had the chance to go pro, but he really just wanted to work in baseball. One of the things he told me was he wanted to work in baseball however he could. He had a friend of a friend or somebody who had Joe Torre's email, drafted up an email saying,
this one right down the line and fair by the slimmest of margins. A sliding pickup from Bell, sliding in for second goes Canha, and he's out. Mark Canha on the fly, thought he had it with just this little squib shot, and yet here comes the Nationals D.
And what an athletic play by Josh Bell right there. Being able to, first of all, I mean, Canha, what a great piece of hitting, having the check swing. What you're hoping is a double down the line on the check swing. You oops him right over the base, but you see Josh Bell hustling, making a great slide and getting rid of the ball right away. Perfect one-hop throw and a great tag to get him out.
With that Soto reaction there with Bell. And let's give some ups to first base umpire Jordan Baker getting out of the way of that one down the line. He's got Ryan Addington and Mark Carlson out on the field with him. Chris Guccione is behind the plate.
And I had no problem with Canha running right there. That had to be a perfect executed play for Bell to get him out right there. And sometimes it happens.
Canha stood out on second base for a little while there, like he thought they might challenge it, but they did not. That was just a perfectly clean defensive play by the Nationals.
So with Canha out, we wish a happy 30th to Jeff McNeil at the plate, the lefty with that beautiful 500 batting average on the second day of the season. He homered for his 29th. He's trying to do it again. We'll take one more look here, though, at the play for Canha.
I mean, you couldn't place the ball in a better spot. And it looks like Canha might have had a point. I just don't know through replay if you could be 100% sure that that foot was able to sneak in by the glove.
I asked the Mets if they did anything for Jeff McNeil's birthday. I said, "Do you guys have any cake?" And they said, "Well, we don't really do cake pregame."
Deep fly out to right field, heading for the foul pole, and it takes a bounce off. Jeff McNeil, happy birthday. He goes back-to-back jacks on that trip around the sun. That's a lucky day for him. He ties this thing all up at one apiece. He's got his first of the season.
And with that smile on his face, I feel like he knows. I feel like he knows that he went deep on his birthday last year.
Did that birthday juice?
Got the birthday pop.
Did they have cake pops?
They did what they had instead. I just texted this to our producers, so maybe we can get it shown to you. They had a happy birthday squirrel sign. That's what they call them. And I'm not sure when that photo was taken. It looks like maybe high school, maybe middle school.
Yeah, Jeff McNeil, known as the Flying Squirrel.
Tomas Nido in. Do you know why he's the Flying Squirrel?
Do you know why?
Well, I don't know. You just seem very confident about it. I don't usually say that about people's nicknames.
I was hoping you were asking a
like,
rhetorical...
oh, he's the lean asparagus over here.
We will definitely find out by the end of the game.
We didn't prep why they call him the Flying Squirrel. I think it had something to do with them calling Pete Alonso Polar Bear Pete. At one point, there was a whole menagerie in the Mets clubhouse. That's what I remember. I remember seeing a shirt, had a lot of animals on it.
So one out, and we're all tied up now.
With the level of success that Gray has on his breaking balls, and the fact that he already has a few strikeouts with that pitch, what you expect to see the Mets hitters doing is trying to attack the fastball. And that's what McNeil was able to do right there, was able to get a fastball and turn on it.
Ball put in play, shallow up the infield. Franco with the stretch by Bell, 5-3. They set down Nido.
And here McNeil says, hey, your breaking ball's really good. Let's take that fastball in and take our chances on that one. He pulls his hands in, and it's very tough to keep that ball fair. I mean, that ball is on the inside black. McNeil's able to pull his hands in and keep that ball fair.
Lindor confident there. You got to look at the birthday boy, Jeff McNeil, guys. He is the flying squirrel going back to his Long Beach days because apparently his blonde goatee whiskers were long enough and squirrel-esque.
Do squirrels have whiskers? Is
They
that
do.
what they're known-
I
is
had
that what
pet
they're known for?
squirrels.
I do too.
Base hit for Brandon Nimmo. And the Mets are really now finding their rhythm against Josiah Gray. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Both of you had pet squirrels?
Well,
Who was joking here?
my
You can't
family
both have had pets.
I have
at
photos.
homes, we make the squirrels. I live in Houston. There's a lot of squirrels out there.
There's a
They
lot of
come to my
squirrels
window.
everywhere.
They come to my window. They stand up and they put their hands together and they ask for pecans. And we give them pecans.
Okay, so we actually had we bottle fed. They were abandoned in our attic, and we had an option of giving them up to basically be put down. And our dad was a big nature enthusiast, so he took them, researched what to feed them, and we hand raised 2 baby squirrels. We called them Roadrunner and Pipsqueak.
All of my squirrels are named Charlie. Every single last one of them, male, female. Doesn't matter. They're all Charlie. All 100,000 of them.
We had a kid growing up. All the cats were called James, and if it was multiple, it's our James eating.
I had a bunch of lizards growing up. That's the kind of cool kid
I
I
about
was.
the menagerie,
And
here.
they were all named Lenny Dykstra. I tried naming one of them Ricky Batalico, and he didn't live very long, so I went back to Lenny.
We're sorry, Ricky. The pitch into Starling Marte. 2-0. Josiah Gray, that strike count has fallen off a little bit here. Again, some trouble in the third. Marcana tried to leg out a double. He was ultimately pulled up 3-6 out at second. McNeil with the home run.
I'd be curious to see if Nimmo thinks about trying to get a bag right here. With watching Gray, he's going with a really big leg kick right now. And I think with the timing, there's an opportunity for a base.
Instead, it's Gray working back on a changeup strike. So maybe the Mets should just adopt us. And we're talking about this menagerie of animals. We've apparently got them all up here.
I had hermit crabs. I had everything.
I was never allowed to have a hermit crab
But you were allowed to have squirrels.
because they were already there.
When you see the positioning of Hernandez, this is where the analytics sometimes confuse me. Because if you see where Hernandez is playing, he's playing pretty much right behind second base. But when I think of Marte as a hitter, I think of him being the guy who hits the ball all over the field. So what I'm assuming is that when he hits the ball on the ground, he pulls it. But if he hits the ball in the air, he can hit it all over the field because you see the outfielder's alignment, and they're shaded to right field, actually.
2 outs, trying to hold a runner on at first, and Brandon Nimmo. Marte works a full count. We've got some, it looks like mist coming in from behind the first base side up in the lights. Of course, it was supposed to rain today as it did yesterday, but so far it has been absolutely picturesque in what you hope to see for a night in baseball.
What a beautiful ballpark this is, huh?
And everything around it, too. I mean, it's a very well-built area.
So Nimmo will be running now, for sure, which normally guarantees a foul ball right here. I'm calling it out early.
2 outs, full count. Gray, Marte, right back up the middle, playing in Hernandez, the scoop to Bell. Close enough, CY, but we did have a birthday blast. Jeff McNeil, he ties it all up at 1 apiece. Mets, Nationals.
Here in the nation's capital, and that's the cherry blossom tree. As you can see, I'm repping the jersey right now. I'm not sure if it goes with my outfit, but you get the picture here. You see it all throughout the city and other areas around the stadium. They are also paying tribute. On the souvenir cups, they have the cherry blossom, and even the Nationals, they teamed up with a local cocktail company to come out with a cherry blossom drink, you guys. So I've seen a lot of fans drinking the cocktail, and it looks quite refreshing, I must say.
Ball put into play here by D. Strange Gordon, heading back towards the bullpen. Fair or foul, and just foul. He shakes his head. He's going to have a long walk back here. Brooke, we didn't want to spoil the fun for you here. There's the Chicago South Side City Connect jersey from last year. But man, are these fresh. It is the fastest selling City Connect gear in its first hour and first day so far in the Nike program history. We've heard great reaction from fans and players. It brings in something different. Quite frankly, I want all of this Nationals Cherry Blossom City Connect gear. I got a Cherry Blossom coffee today. We are rolling in pink petals everywhere we go. And look, I mean, they've already got it. That's how you know it's successful. This stuff doesn't even technically debut on the players' backs until tomorrow. And fans are showing out in the gear.
This is something that the fans love, the players love. I remember when we had City Connect jerseys. We loved them so much we wanted to wear them all year long.
D. Gordon rung up. He thought he had a home run a minute ago. Instead, it's a strikeout off the changeup.
You know what? I think they're not pink enough. I think they should have gone even more pink.
Says our lovely lady with the pink hair. Well, tonight's odds for Mets and Nationals, courtesy of BetMGM. Max Scherzer over under 5.5 strikeouts tonight. See what you got?
I'm so curious how they pull up these numbers, because when you see 5.5 against the Nationals, you know, it seems like a no-doubter. Let's go on the over. But you also don't know how long Scherzer's going to stay in the game. And with it being early in the season, you don't know if that's going to come into play or not.
We got 3 of them so far of those 7 outs. And, of course, Scherzer made a ground out on his own as well.
He was one of the more built-up pitchers in spring training. He started his routine when the lockout was still going on. And towards the end of spring, he was throwing 6 innings. And then he ran into that hamstring injury. So it'll be interesting to see how far Buck lets him go here.
I would assume Scherzer threw his first bullpen probably 2 weeks after the season ended last year. He's one of those guys that just lives, eats, and breathes baseball.
I think you know what he likes to do? He likes to go scuba diving.
Hernandez with a line right back up the middle, and an easy snag there for Lindor. 2 down. I have to tell you, I don't think I've ever said this publicly. The first time, I won't say met him because it was from across the way, but the first time I ever saw Max Scherzer was actually not on a field. He and his wife, Erica, were tacky tourists for Halloween. And they had the khaki shorts and the Hawaiian print shirts. And I thought, man, that's some fun people. And then you see him on the mound and you go, oh, no, that's not very fun.
No, he is a fun person, though.
Did they have their kids with them, or were this just the 2 of them, tacky tourists?
I can't, because maybe the kids were there, but, you know, they'd gone in the bathroom or something. Yeah, this was a while back. This was years back. But it's that image that just kind of sits there for the rest of time. Soto calls for time. He's got that little smirk right now. I mean, this is a guy, again, we've talked about it. He always looks like he's having fun, but you won't meet somebody as locked in at the plate either.
No, you won't. He takes hitting very seriously. When talking to Dave during the game, I asked, is Soto a field guy at the plate, or is he a mechanical guy as far as how much he's thinking about his swing? Oh,
Soto to right field, but back is Marte right in front of the track, and he's got it. Retires Soto. 3 up, 3 down for the Nationals. Through 3, we are all tied up at 1. Scherzer and Gray. This is Friday Night Baseball on Apple TV+.